What's going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Avatar standard content here on the channel, and we have a spicy one for you today. So I did find this list from the Magic Online dumps. It's been floating around a little bit. Couple of people have been playing it in leagues. I think there was maybe one or two challenge results. Not the greatest challenge results, but has put up a couple of 5-0s on Magic Online leagues. And this deck, well, it's called Mono White Ugin, which, to be fair, it kind of is sort of a deck built around Ugin. Powerful 7-mana Planeswalker. When you cast it, you get to exile a permanent that's one or more colors, and then it pays you off for casting even more colorless spells. So, very powerful Planeswalker, although admittedly relatively hard to utilize. You have to be playing a lot of ramp spells. More specifically, ramp spells that provide 2 additional mana. Because in order to sort of cast Ugin before your Badger Mole Cup opponent is going to swarm you, or your Lessons opponent buries you in Ancestral Recalls, you got to be able to at least cast the Ugin. So the way that we are doing that mainly is with this card, Hedron Archive, which for a lot of people, this is a card that you may recognize from, I want to say Battle for Zendikar was the original printing, but because of Foundations, we have this card legal and standard. It's a 4-mana artifact that you can tap for 2 mana, and you can also sack it to draw some cards. So when you are trying to cast Ugin, this jumps you 2 turns up the curve. So you can go turn 4 Archive, turn 5 play your 5th land, have 7 mana, cast the Ugin. Now, that is sort of the main plan. It's just play some ramp spells. You have Iron Crags, Archives, Ugins, right? Now, you need to supplement Ugin with some colorless cards. And the way to do that, well, Iron Crag and Hedron Archive certainly do that, but another one that's pretty powerful is Mazemind Tome. This is a card that you can play early, scry to try and find ramp that you're missing, or, a payoff that you need if you have a bunch of mana. And in a situation where you already have mana and payoffs, then you just draw a couple of extra cards, dig you closer to, say, like a Wrath against a creature deck or something like that to help you buy a little bit more time. Now, the card that we are playing from Avatar is kind of a spicy one. It's Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. This is a 6-mana artifact. So similar to Ugin, this is sort of another big ramp payoff because it has a 1-mana activation cost, which technically makes it a 7-mana card. Ideally, you want to be playing this with a mana to activate it. And what it says is you can pay 1, scry 2. And whenever you scry or surveil, you can look at the top card. This is after the scry or surveil. So, for example, the way it would work is you would activate the Planetarium, scry 2. Say you have one that you want to keep on top. You resolve the scry, and then the trigger happens. And then you can cast the top card of your library without paying its mana cost. So, as you can imagine, if you have something like an Ugin on top after Planetarium, casting your 7-mana card for free, pretty good. The other really important thing about Planetarium, it doesn't the triggered ability is not tied to the activated ability. So if you have other ways to scry, that is a way that you can actually sort of cheat the mana cost a little bit, where you can play Planetarium with a Mazemind Tome in play, even if you don't have the extra mana to activate the Planetarium, and then activate the Mazemind Tome. Or it also gives you the ability to, if you happen to have 7 mana, you can use the Planetarium on your turn, because the ability, it triggers once each turn, but once on your turn, once on your opponent's turn. So you can do the Planetarium on your turn, and then on their turn, you can scry with the Mazemind Tome and get another free spell off of it. The other colorless cards here, we have a couple of Vestiges just to put archives in play and draw extra cards. Can also put something like Aang's Iceberg into play for a removal spell, which is kind of cool. There's one battleship, sort of like, I guess you could call it the 5th Ugin. This really is the next best, like, big colorless card. I've seen some lists that have a Sire of 7 Deaths instead of the battleship, but I kind of like the battleship more, just due to the fact that this deck is pretty reliant on the Wraths to help clear the battlefield. It doesn't have a ton of spot removal, like 2 Get Lost, 3 Seam Rip. So having an additional Wrath that also happens to be a win condition, blows up Planeswalkers, fantastic card. And then really the rest of this deck is just survival. 6 Wraths with 3 Day of Judgment, 3 split up, and then the spot removal, Iceberg, Get Lost, and Seam Rip. That's the whole deck. Mana base, it does have Sunken Citadel to help facilitate 4 Fountain Ports, along with 3 demolition fields and this temple, which is kind of weird because there isn't a lot of creatures in this deck. So I'm not really sure I understand the temple. But I guess you can make tokens with Starforge and Fountain Port and then pump them up with Temple. So that's something. And then in the sideboard, we got, Graveyard Hate, Voice of Victory, very good against control. You have kind of this sort of plan B where you board in Voice, Enduring Innocence, and Mistmoors against control because you want to cut all of these, like, the Wraths and the Same Rips and all that stuff. So you do need to have a lot of cards in your sideboard to be able to bring in against control, just given how, like, Wrath heavy this deck is. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this deck. Believe it or not, I actually had a pretty good record with it too. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. Without further ado, I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. It's got to turn to Tome. The Battleship is just so awkward in this hand. Iceberg is also kind of not the greatest card in this hand. I mean, I don't know. I'm on the draw with Tome, so it can't be that bad. Dimir Gamer. Dimir Gamer spotted. Isn't it crazy how hard Dimir fell off at the World Championships? There's I don't remember exactly how many there was, but it's basically non-existent. And everybody thought that the sky was falling, that they banned Vivi, they banned Screaming Nemesis, they banned 7 cards in August, and Dimir's gonna just be dominate the whole format. It's like, where are those people now, Where'd they go? Are they still here? Mod check? Mod check Dimir Truthers? A new set came out? Yeah, but even with the new set came out, people still thought Dimir was going to be cracked. I was definitely one of them. To an extent, yeah. I mean, no, not really. I said Curiosity was good, but I didn't think Dimir was going to be the end-all be-all, I guess I should hold the Iceberg for when they go for Curiosity. Because if I just main phase Iceberg, they Curiosity main, it's bad. Walk this way. Where did I think Curiosity would be good if not in Dimir? No. Okay, you're taking me out of context, which, to be fair, chat does every single time. Chat always does this. I said that Dimir would be a good deck, but I wasn't saying the sky is falling, but a lot of people were. A lot of people were saying that, Dimir, if you don't touch Dimir, it's going to be the best deck for, the better part of the next year and a half or whatever. And I knew that Curiosity was still a good card, but I also knew that I think it's a lot easier for the metagame to adapt to Dimir. And 9? 9 is pretty low. Really do need to find a mana here. Oh. Okay, so I have 2 options here. I can either upkeep Scry, find land 7, or I can just not use the Tome, tap my mana, play Planetarium, and then use the Tome. I feel like it's better to use the Planetarium this turn. Okay, well, I mean, now I can also just do this, right? Let's get the best of both worlds. They definitely don't have a counter. I mean, even if they do, I still get to kill a Spyglass Siren, right? They made Tishana's this. Alright, well, I didn't think we'd get this far. No, I think if they had a cat, they would have just catted main phase. Cat main phase, draw 3 cards. So I think there's almost no world they have a cat there. Or they had one last turn. They may have drawn it, of course, but I'm assuming there's no way they had it last turn. Okay, so now, I mean, we're definitely not using the Tome yet. We're going to take a draw first. So now I can go planetarium. 1, 2, 8. Okay, I can actually do everything, right? I can go land, planetarium. I could pay for the quench if they have it. And then I can go Seam Rip on my turn, activate Tome, and then use the planetarium on their turn, because this is once each turn cycle. So I can get 1 trigger on my turn, 1 on theirs. I guess doing it now is bad if they have Tidebinder, but it's fine. I'm still going to do this now. Because they can, I think they can Tidebinder the planetarium trigger, right? Well, that would play around Tidebinder. I don't know if it makes sense to keep it, but it sure does play around Tidebinder. No, I'm gonna bottom it. I think it's too crazy. Oh, okay. Well, what if there's a land on top? Guess I should have kept it. Mm-hmm. I should do it upkeep because we know they don't have Deshanas in hand. Well. Can I get a spell, please? Sure can't. All right, you may proceed. I paid 6 mana for this card, huh? Sure doesn't feel like a card that I would ever want to spend 6 mana on. Why do they keep shocking? Seven mana do nothing. That's kind of what it is. Ooh. I mean, I guess I can run it back. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Like, is it worth keeping? I don't think so. It doesn't make sense to keep it, right? May as well. It's just burning mana, right? I guess it is 2 more looks. And I'm just going to tome this turn anyways. Yeah, it is 2 more looks. Gaming! Alright, still in my upkeep. Let's do it again. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I mean, is Vestige even that good? They have 2 in hand. I only have 6 lands. So even if I hit a land, I can't put Battleship into play if they kill the Vestige. I mean, I have to keep a spell, right? And then I can go for something else on their turn with Tome. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. Oh. Okay. Well, they had a counterspell. It just wasn't the counterspell I was thinking. Alright, so Tome. Tome, go. Let's stop on their upkeep again. I'm gonna get Lost the Soulstone on their upkeep this time for sure. What a deck, huh? Okay, that happens. Upkeep effects. Target this. Well, this is game 1. This isn't post-board. They probably just have, you know. I mean, Essence Scatter is good in the metagame. There's like a million creature decks. Why upkeep? Because we know they didn't have another counterspell the previous turn. So doing it upkeep is better in case they like draw Tidebinder or something. Ooh. I like that. Okay, that should be GG if that resolves. Yeah. I think we're good now. I think we are good now. In lethal with a spell on top? Oh, with the 2 maps. Yeah, I guess you're right. No, I don't want to cast that. I guess go? This deck is something else, huh? It's a work of art. I think I pass. All right, your turn. Can I show us the bottom of my library real quick? There's a lot of cards in the bottom. Most notably, at least one additional planetarium. Yeah, I'll just wait. I mean, I've been doing an upkeep before because I knew they didn't have Tishanas, but they could theoretically draw a cat, so I guess I'll wait. Dude, this card is ass. Draw 2. Why am I playing this card again? Somebody please explain to me why I'm playing this card. Hey, there we go. I don't need to split up. We did it! Although Ugin not great against the colorless tokens, huh? Not great against these colorless tokens. Plus, bad news, boss. No, I know I can't exile the tokens. We just have to find a copy of Demolition Field at some point, or they're just off it. That game was something else, huh? How many times did I trigger Planetarium of Wan Shi Tong? I think like 9, and I'm pretty sure I only cast 2 spells off of it. I'm tired, boss. That was painful, I'll be honest, boss. I agree with you. It was painful. I'm not saying that it wasn't, okay? I'm with you. I'm definitely with you. What's the plan against Dimir? Probably just creatures, right? I wonder if I want to trim some of the sweepers against them. I don't like Get Lost against Dimir. I'm going to cut DOJ and keep Split Up. Yeah. I just don't want that many sweepers against them. Because I am boarding in the voices too. And it's like kind of awkward to keep a bunch of sweepers with voice. Split Up is more awkward. Yeah, but it's less mana. I think being mana efficient against Dimir is very important. What do you want me to do with this hand? Sure. I mean, I guess this is the nuts. I don't know if it gets any better than this. Oh, I cannot beat that card in a million years. 0% chance I'm ever beating that card. Game's over. The Iron Crag. It's rough, buddy. And this was a good draw. You know, it was not a good draw. The second planetarium.
That's rough, buddy.
Chat, you know what time it is? I think you know what time it is. I think we all know what time it is. Can I get some Joels in the chat? I'll not attack yet. I'll attack at some point, but not yet. I just don't want to have like an errant kill spell. I want to have at least one more back. The second duress gonna jump scare them. I mean, their hand is probably like 3 more counter spells. I mean, this is a good turn to cast Planetarium, because then they can't cast the Curiosity. It just forces them to counter this and not play Cat this turn. I'm surprised. This is my surprised face. The Sussel. Ooh, Fountain Port Cat's kind of nice. Fountain Port Cat. I'm just gonna race them with fish. That's a sheep. Oh, I had cat on the brain because I was talking about their cat, but all right, it's not a cat, it's a sheep. Confirmed sheep. Meta sheep. Didn't play it. Yeah, because I wanted to make a fish. I mean, I guess it was better to play it that turn. Yeah, it was probably better to play it that last turn. Because I do have to play it at some point. And now I'm probably gonna try to double block, maybe? What's better with Fountain Port? My enduring innocence or their enduring curiosity? It's rough, buddy. Not the planetarium. Okay. I'm with you. Sure. I got 2 in hand. I don't feel terrible about this spot, right? Just like start making fish, chump blocking and drawing cards. Well, they could still have Tidebinder, remember, because they have a treasure in play. But they definitely could still have a Tidebinder. Oh, but you're saying they would have used the Tidebinder for the Innocence? They probably would have, right? Yeah. Main phase fish for a 2-drop. Yeah, I guess. The only 2-drop that I can cast at sorcery speed is Ironcrag, though. Which, maybe that's fine. I think I kind of just have to hope they're out of counters at this point. At 12? Is it time? Is it time for Planetarium? Leave me be. I'm dead next turn if they hit off map. How? I have reef. I have field for the reef. I think I'm gonna jam anyways. I think it's time. Oh. Well, I didn't think we'd get this far. So we upkeep it. No, I have to main phase it for Ugin, right? I was gonna say upkeep in case they have Tidebinder, but I need to main phase in case I find Ugin. Well, these are not Ugins. So hold. Get it twisted. You know, I really wish I had a Day of Judgment here. Not gonna lie. Awkward. Also would have been a reason to do it upkeep. Also a reason to have Day of Judgment in my deck and not split up. You know, I feel like there's a bunch of ways that could have gone better for me. A bunch of decisions that I maybe could have made. That's bad. I guess I could have taken the Tome and then win again on upkeep. Maybe that was better. Yeah, because then the Tome gives us more look. I guess you're right, yeah. No, that was better. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, I should have taken the Tome for sure. Because then I can have the Tome in play to do it again on their turn next turn. It just gives me another look at it. Yeah, I can't really tell you why I did it the way that I did. It didn't really make sense to do it the way that I did. Oh, that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. Destroy target non-creature permanent. Kaido seems like a non-creature permanent to me. Pew, pew, pew. Draw for turn. Main. Or event. Oh, come back! Come back! Probably this. Yeah. I mean, look, Mazebind Tome is pretty good on a Multi 5. I'm not gonna lie. Tome on 5 is nice. Planetarium. Anybody else have that song stuck in their head or just me? Weapons. Weapons. What the fuck are you talking about? Here, I'll play it for you. How does nobody else know what I'm talking about? Planetarium. Ooh, Seam Rip or Hedron Archive? Surely it has to be the Archive. Yeah, I mean, I give them one turn with weapons, but we have to do the Archive. There's no way I can spend 1 mana when I have, you know, a 4 mana play available to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what's the worst that could happen, you know? Draw a card. No reason to upkeep. I know, there's no Metallica fans? Like, what are we talking about? There's got to be some Metallica fans in the chat. Six. Let's play more tomes. No, I like good metal bands. Mods, please. Take care of that. Look, you're allowed to have your own opinions, unless your opinions are wrong. You know what I mean? I think save tome for Ugin. Well, I just wanted to use the tome to find the Ugin, right? Maybe that's a bad way to look at it. More of an Atreyu fan? You can like Metallica and Atreyu. Case in point. I've seen both Metallica and Atreyu within the last, 16 months. Elspeth. L plus Speth plus ratio. I do really need to find the Ugin quickly, though. Ooh. Planetarium. I mean, obviously it's good with Planetarium, but, like, I don't think I need another one. I think I'm good. I'm not going to upkeep, though. I'm going to tap one of these. Because I may end up wanting to second archive. I guess I don't have mana to sec archive. I don't know why I did that. So we do Planetarium on their turn. I mean, I'm not keeping that, right? No, I'm not keeping that. All right, let's go again. Fuck it. Whatever, you know. Again. Okay, Iceberg I will take, because that one kills Elspeth. This deck is awesome. Planetarium. Guess there's no reason to upkeep it. Yeah, just pass. All right, you may proceed. I will allow you to take game actions. It's been a roller coaster of emotion. It's definitely been something. Okay, target. I'm going to respond to the target. Okay, so I'm going to let this happen, and then I can respond to the planetarium trigger and scry again to fix the outcome. Right? Is that better than just drawing a card? Yeah, because I can find, like, a Wrath, and then I won't take 12 damage this turn, so I think that is better. Wait. Is that really how that works? Is that a bug? Whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Do this only once each turn. That has to be a bug, right? I've been playing it wrong. Is it only once each turn if you cast it? Is that how that works? Oh, okay. I thought the trigger only went on the stack once per turn. I didn't realize it was only cast once per turn. I guess I misunderstood how that works. Oh, fuck. That's bad. That's very bad. Top deck Ugin. Yeah, I guess I bottom. Yeah, I think I bottom this, right? Oh, well. That makes it easy. So target this. Whoa. The hell? Must be doing some work outside. Did you guys even hear that? That was kind of weird. You must be doing work outside. I will pay... You didn't hear any of that? It's kind of surprising. It, like, shook the whole fucking apartment. Felt like. Sorry, I'll be quieter. Okay, so Ugin. Coming in. I will plus... Didn't know my farts were that loud. Word. I mean, I haven't used Planetarium this turn, so I guess I'll main phase it in case I have another Ugin. Alright, this makes sense. Am I keeping Ironcrag on top just to kill talent? Because it is a lot better than bricking. I think I actually am keeping it. It feels kind of bad, but I think I just can't afford to miss on killing the talent this turn. Because they have 18 power in play, you know, if I don't kill the talent. So I think I have to take the guaranteed kill talent. Okay. They kept the card on top. That can't be good. Could be Elspeth. Although, am I dead to Elspeth? It's only 14 if they have Elspeth, right? They have 1 weapons. Okay, so they can... Yeah, they can't activate the talent this turn, so I guess we have another turn. They can kill Ugin, though, which is pretty bad. Yeah, I assume they're going to kill Ugin here. Yeah, so Ugin dies. I guess we should upkeep Planetarium. I mean, we do have some archives that we can sacrifice too. How do they sack their weapons tokens? They have Pinnacle Starcage. Pinnacle Starcage and Legion Extruder, I think, are the 2 main ways to do it. Alright, so upkeep Planetarium. Alright, fine, I'll go again, if you insist. Yeah. Dude, can somebody, like, go back and check the VOD to see how many times that I've Planetariumed into Planetarium? Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. I like that. Yeah, it's got to be at least twice. Okay, draw for turn. So let's go 1, 2. Destroy all tapped creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this. Kill weapons. I think we're good now. I think we are good now. Proceed. Proceed! We do have to kill them eventually, but, you know. Fuck it. I could save that for Ugin, but... Oh, it comes into play tapped. I should have saved that for Ugin. For some reason, I thought it came into play untapped. I mean, look, they still got 5 cards in their hand. Okay. Planetarium down. Oh yeah, that's another sec outlet for their weapons tokens. Have I tried being luckier? You know, I've tried, but... Oh, 7 for the tome. Yeah, Vestige does clock them pretty fast. Okay. Sleers, thank you for the 18-month resub. I get some 07s in chat. Thank you for the resub, Sleers. Fountain Board as well can sacrifice munitions tokens. M. Kostler, thank you for the Prime, 6 months. I would prefer Unkwake. I think that's got a bitter ring to it. Although, to be honest with you, I think I'd prefer neither. But if you force me to choose, I think I would prefer Unkwake. How many Citadels have you scryed away so far? You don't want to know. Or maybe you do, but... Alright, I've entered the stage of the game where I'm just going to start clicking buttons. I don't know if that's necessarily the best idea, but that's kind of where I'm at, you know? I'm just going to start clicking buttons. Sure. I'll keep both of these. Kill the extruder. How did I pick the name Doomwake? So initially, I've told the story a couple times, but it was a Pro Tour Journey into Nyx, which was a block constructed Pro Tour, and the we were doing some playtesting. It's not the fanciest story, but basically the story goes that I just opened the card Doomwake Giant a lot. I think I opened it in like 4 drafts in a row during testing, and it just, I don't know, just kind of stuck. So I opened it a lot. That's basically the only story. It's not like, you know, the flashiest story, but the Constellation Trigger. The real ones know about that story. Real ones know about that story, but... I gotta save that for the extra content. Apparently there is a treasure train. I don't know what that means, but I think that means you can like unlock treasures or something, but came in a commander precon. Did it? Bro, can you stop killing my shit? I'm kind of surprised they're still playing. I mean, I respect it. Okay. They were still playing. That card was so sick. I played, and I also, in that block Pro Tour, by the way, which I like, we need to bring back block constructed Pro Tours. I can't be the only one that thinks that. But like in that Pro Tour, I played 4 copies of Doomwake Giant in this like black-green Constellation self-mill deck. It was like Courser of Crewfix, Eidolon of Blossoms, Doomwake Giant, Satyr Wayfinder, Thoughtseize, Hero's Downfall. God, that deck was so sick. That deck was so cool. I think I played like, I want to say I played Whip of Erebos too. And I think we played Whip of Erebos with the name of this card that I can't remember. It's a 6/6 flyer for 7. And when it enters the battlefield, you make a bunch of 1/1 flyers equal to your devotion to black. And that card was insane with Whip of Erebos. I don't remember the name of that card, but that card was sick. Yeah, some kind of Archfiend or something. The sideboard needs Clarion Conqueror. My brother in Christ. 4 Hedron Archive, 4 Maze Mind Tome, 4 Ugin, 4 Planetarium. And you want to play Clarion Conqueror? We need to have a talk. We need to have a conversation, okay? 4 main deck. Okay, sure. What is my opponent playing? Weapons Manufacturing. Okay, Wrath's kind of shit against them. I guess Starcage is okay. Because Starcage kills... I mean, it doesn't kill Weapons Manufacturing or Talent, which is kind of awkward. I think I'm just going to do the creature plan against them. And then trim something. Trim a Crag. No, trim a Rip. No, I like Rip. Trim a Crag. Rip is good because it kills Legion Extruder and Weapons Manufacturing, which is nice. Yeah, dude, Whip was so cool. I love Whip of Erebos. That card was so sweet. I think this is okay. Orb stops most of their caretaker stuff. So Orb says creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So the problem with Torpor Orb is they can still trigger Caretaker's talent utilizing weapons tokens. So, like, yes and no. It does some things, but I guess it does turn off Innocence, which is nice. 2-lander. 2-lander. Yeah, Sidisi Whip was sick, too. That whole standard format was so good. Sidisi Whip, Abzan with Siege Rhino, like, there's so many sweet decks. What if I just hardcast the Overlord? Instead of playing the Impending this turn? I'm kind of in. I think I like it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Thoughts on the world's metagame breakdown? Definitely not what I expected, I'll be honest. I expected there to be a lot more Simic and a lot less Izzet. So I was a little surprised to see, like, how dominant in terms of metagame share Izzet was to Simic. That was a little surprising. And Otters, I think, another big surprise. Like, I knew that people were going to play Otters, but I didn't think it would be the second most played deck. That is also very surprising to me. I should do it now, right? In case I hit Ugin. Alright, I'm keeping the tome. I've never said no to a book before. That's actually not true. I've said no to several books. Mole makes that deck so much better. The Otters deck, I agree. Yeah, Mole does make Otters a lot better. I also think that part of the reason is, like, there are... I would have to assume that most of the Otter players are from Sanctum, so I think that's part of the reason, too, where it's like, they had a very large team that that developed that deck, and they probably spent a lot of time on it, so it makes a lot of sense. Ooh, I like that. If you insist. That was a good hit. That's a pretty good hit. That's a pretty good hit. I should have done this upkeep, but... What mole? Badger mole. Badger. Well, I feel like that worked out pretty well. Mr. Prometheus. Okay, well, I don't have any white mana. However, I do have 2 copies of Maze Mind Tome, and I'm going second, so I'm gonna keep. What's the worst that could happen? Like, there's no way this hand fails. It's not possible for this hand to fail. Oh, now it definitely can't fail. Book. Read 'em and weep. Which page would you like me to turn to? Page 6 or page 7? Get lost. I mean, I get a lot of looks at it. I'm just saying. We get a lot of looks at it. Okay, they don't have Kaido. Oh. They also don't have a land. I mean, just saying, it is really good with book. There we go. Now we can't lose. Now we definitively can't lose. Okay, book has been countered. I repeat, book has been countered. -1 book. I got more where that came from, don't you worry. I think I'm actually not gonna scry here. It's a little greedy, but I'm gonna do this instead and just try to draw land. Let's see. Let the greed flow through you. I mean, they probably kept a hand that was like Bat, Cavern, Bat, Counterspell, Flood Pits, Kaido, and just never drew land 3. Like, their hand seemed fine, but they just got very unlucky and never drew lands. You know who did draw lands? Who's got 2 fingers and has drawn lands this game? This guy. I'm gonna flood piss me again. How optimistic am I about the Cowboys making the playoffs? Well, if you ask me, they are technically still in the hunt. So, you know, technically still in the hunt. Bro, I don't need more books. I'm good on books. They've looked good recently. Are you just saying that to make me feel better? I feel like you're just saying that, you know? I don't think you're being sincere when you say that. I do agree with you. They have looked good recently. If you're being honest, of course. I couldn't tell if you were being honest or not. Do I want overlords against them too? Overlord's a lot worse against Tidebinder. I think just the innocence and the voices are good. You're being serious? How do I know you're being serious, though? I haven't checked out a lot of their games. I did watch the game on Thanksgiving, though. I did watch the Chiefs game on Thanksgiving. They look good, that game. That was a nice one. And then the comeback against Philly. Like, last couple weeks, they've been looking better, for sure. I actually don't know who are they playing this week. I'm going second. I'm gonna keep this. It's greedy as hell, but yeah, we saw the world's metagame. What exactly was the last fruit that I've eaten? Does apple pie count? I mean, it has fruit in it, so it technically has fruit in it. So if you're counting apple pie, add some apple pie for Thanksgiving. It's a voodoo setup. Are they going to ask me for my social security number next? Perhaps the mother's maiden name, date of birth, first high school bully. Is turkey a fruit? Definitely not. Turkey is definitely not a fruit. My favorite fruit. Dude, okay, apple pie has apples in it, okay? They asked me when's the last time I had fruit. And technically, if when you're eating apple pie, you are eating apples. Therefore, you are eating a fruit. You know what I mean? Yo, can I get an untapped land? Can I not get a sunken citadel, please? It's not really what I was looking for, I'll be honest with you. When's the last raw fruit you had? That's a personal question. I don't feel like answering that. They're gonna be sad when they see my hand. This Day of Judgment's kind of sus here, but... I do need to find land 7, though. Well, land 5, which is mana source number 7. Okay, the last time I had a raw fruit, I don't know the answer to that question. A long time ago. I honestly don't know the answer. I think I might have had a banana, like, semi-recently, within the... And by semi-recently, I mean, like, within the last year and a half. Where's that reef? Show me that reef. Aren't all fruits raw per definition? Well, apples in apple pie are not raw, but they're still fruits. Right? You know what I'm saying? 3/3 bat, huh? God. This is such a weird spot. Such a strange position to be in. Make a 2/2. Oh, with the Starforge? You think that's better than killing the Reef? It's kind of close. Yeah, but if I Enduring, they just block with the bat. Seems pretty bad, doesn't it? Could have done both. Isn't this 5 mana to make a 2/2? How could I have done both? Do I just cast the Day of Judgment? God, it feels so bad, but... This is brutal. Could just, like, play Innocence and let them hit me and let them get a card. This is really, really tricky. Alright, I'm gonna let him have a card. I'm just not gonna cast anything else this turn. I don't want to attack with Voice, though. The other reason I don't want to attack with Voice is when I eventually do draw a land, I want them to not have Tishana's or Counterspell available. So attacking with Voice kind of doesn't make sense. Okay, well now they have to take Wrath, right? They have another bat? Oh. Wait, what? This is kind of sus. Why'd they do this? Why'd they do this? Did they forget I had a voice? Maybe they're just okay with this because now they can hold up Counterspell for Ugin the next turn. I guess that's fair, right? Huh. I feel like they thought they could Counterspell the Ugin there, or the Wrath there. I don't know. Now they hold up Consign to Memory. Consign's good against Ugin. Eugene. Yeah, see, this is fine. Unless they have double Tishana's. They have, like, oh, Tishana's plus counterspell? Yeah. Alright, alright. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. I'll take the 2 for 1. I mean, I gotta do it again, right? Like, at least I can play around Quench this time. Okay. They have another Tishana's? It's unfortunate. Should I have maybe not activated? It's kind of loose, right? Not gonna complain about that one. Not gonna complain about that draw. Dome, 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 dome. Anal. All right, anal resolves. Your turn. +1 anal. Touche. They're also at 4, by the way. I'm just gonna cast the 7/5. All right, they're at 4. Go. That's a lethal attacker right there. That is a lethal attacker. I mean, they gotta have a kill spell, right? Ah, I'm with you. All right, all right, all right. It's time to make some tutus then, I guess. I guess I can... Yeah, I can do this, right? Draw 2. And still hold up the Star Forge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't say it. Ooh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Didn't expect the last card to be a null. We got a game. Guess I should have just activated Starforge then. Just didn't think they had a counterspell there. Hold. They shouldn't use the flood pits here, right? Yeah, okay. I guess that's not terrible. Kill Cecil. I'm gonna save the Crag in case we draw Ugin. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. You fool! You've triggered my robot card. Robot secured. Planetarium. All right, come on, hit me. Ugin. We need to keep track of how many times I've planetariumed into a land. The answer is a lot. All right, go. Every single time. It feels like the first activation every single time, yeah. All right. I mean, we're kind of cooking people with this deck, huh? We're gonna keep it going. Yeah, you can't give yourself the max win and make them suspicious. You know, you gotta keep it on the DL a little bit. I feel like I would keep this hand on the draw, but on the play it's a lot more suspicious. I don't know though. On the play we still have Tome Ironcrag. If this hand draws a single land, I like it a lot. I'm gonna try it. This one's really, really close though. I'm gonna try it though. What is the weakness of this deck? What if I told you there was no weakness? Gotta go Tome first. I mean, we haven't played against Simic yet, have we? No, we actually did. We did play against Simic, I think. Alright, give me a scry. Alright now, buddy. It is actually higher upside to just take a draw first. Right, okay, so if I scry 1 to the bottom, draw for turn, I get 2 looks. If I take a natural draw, I draw a brick on land, draw off Tome, I get 2 looks anyways. Yeah, so I should just take a draw. It's the exact same amount of looks either way. But the upside is if I just draw a land for turn, I can go land, Iron Crag, then draw, and do it all. All right. It's kind of fine. Less fine, I guess. I don't have any white mana either. Awkward. I feel like this should be a good matchup. Because we have Ugin to clear their artifacts, and then we can Wrath their tokens after we clear their artifacts. I mean, not really in a great spot this game, but... A demo field would have gotten white. Did I have an opportunity to demo field? So turn 2, I played Tome. Turn 3, I activated Tome, played a land. Turn 4... Oh, you wanted to... No, because I couldn't activate Demo Field and play Crag. I didn't have an opportunity to use Demo Field. Yeah, but I can't not cast the Crag that turn. I need to develop my mana. Insatiable Avarice in Planetarium. Avarice is what, like... It's like... It's vampiric, right? Search your library for a card, put it on top. Honestly, I kind of want this Vestige to just hit a land. Like, I guess this turn I could demo field for white, but I can't get lost any of their artifacts. So, yeah, it's gotta just be better to do this. Oh, right, I can get Iceberg, and then I can Iceberg the Perilous Snare. Which is a lot better, right? See, here's the issue, though. If I Iceberg the Perilous Snare, they're just going to sack Relic and get another one. Should I just Iceberg the Bay, then? Like, there's almost no reason to get the Archive back. They're just going to kill it again. Killing Starcage is bad because they get back Relic. Yeah, I think it's just hit Bay, honestly. And just, like, hope they kind of run out of steam a little bit. If only Get Lost was more versatile. I think you meant to say if only Get Lost was playable. Look, if you just replace the text of Get Lost to say, destroy target non-land permanent, its controller creates 2 map tokens, like, that would be a totally fine card. Which I guess the only thing that it really doesn't hit at this point is artifacts, but... Guess we should Vestige again? Can I field into Vestige? No, I'm 1 mana short. So I guess we hope this one hits... I don't even know, they have another Bay anyways. Not bad. Well, I mean... I got a lot of Ugins. Is Get Lost worse than Assassin's Trophy? No, I think it's slightly better than Assassin's Trophy because you're not giving them the land up front. But, like, they're comparable for sure. They're definitely comparable. And Assassin's Trophy is, like, one of my most hated cards of all time. I never understood why anybody ever put Assassin's Trophy in their deck. It's also still legal in Standard, but some people forget that, but it is still legal in Standard. All right, what's the plan against artifacts? No. Yes. Yeah, definitely all the creatures. No. Cut all the sweepers. We probably have to keep in some of the sweepers, right? Yeah, we should keep in some of the sweepers to clear tokens. How many sweepers do you want? 2 or 3? Kind of want 3. Maybe if I'm keeping in sweepers against tokens specifically, I'd rather have split up. Because most of the time, I can envision a scenario where, think about it this way. If they make 3 or 4 tokens, if I, like, basically, there's never a situation where 3 tokens are tapped and, like, they make 2 more untapped that I wasn't already taking lethal damage from the 3 tokens. That's kind of why I think split up is just better. Because, like, they just make a bunch of them and then you split up the untapped ones. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And get loss is pretty bad against them, actually. Something like this, then. Keeping a 4th sweeper. Or my Thrall's in the sideboard. Yeah, we're choosing to play Torp Orb instead of Thrall because we have so many sweepers. But this is certainly a matchup I'd much rather have Thrall, of course. Try that. Yeah, Trophy was an MKM. A lot of people don't realize that, but it is still legal in Standard. I mean, nobody plays it, rightfully so, but it is still legal. I mean, I guess this one's okay. Yeah, put back split up. No Ultima. We can't play Ultima in this deck. Too many artifacts. With Tome, Archive, and Ironcrag, we can't play Ultima. Yeah. Way too many artifacts. I thought about playing, like... What's the, Yeah, we have Starcage in the board. I thought there was another 5-mana sweeper. Isn't there one that exiles? It's like, from the spaceship set, 5-mana exile all creatures and spacecraft. I guess that's probably just worse than Day of Judgment almost all the time. Yeah, Beyond the Quiet's the one I was thinking of. I think I'm gonna slow roll the other tome, because it's so bad if they have Starcage. I'm just gonna draw a card. I don't want to get Starcaged. It's too brutal. No, I mean, we get to resolve Archive here, so we just have to hope they can't kill the Archive. And then we can set up for Planetarium next turn. Please hold. No Perilous Snare. One time. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. Yeah. Day of Judgment. I think I found the bad matchup, by the way. Somebody in chat was asking, what is this deck weak to? I think I've answered that question. I think we found the answer to that question. This matchup seems abysmal. It's just like, they're very good at killing all of your stuff. I mean, maybe we have a chance if we can find a land for Planetarium. Because we can go Planetarium with activation on my turn and on their turn. Oh, they're just going to get Starcage here. Never mind. Okay, hold. Pause. Pause. Winnable game. I repeat, winnable game. I said it couldn't be done. Never mind, they just have it all. Never mind, they just have it all. I don't think we have a way out.
That's rough, buddy.
Surely this is good enough, right? Surely my 6-mana artifact when I'm tapped out against my opponent who has 7 cards in hand is good enough. I'm gonna assume it is. Okay. Technically, I can do another one next turn with a mana up. Potential outs.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. Do, 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 do. Ow. Ow. Okay, so I guess I should do it now. And then I hit Ugin. Ugin can hit Starcage and give me another activation on their turn. Dude, every time. I would keep that if I had another mana, but... do not have another mana source, so we have to bottom that. Eugene, save me! Oh... okay, hold on. I'm at 13. All right, how do I do this? It has to be the Starcage, right? I don't think anything other than Starcage makes sense. You Iceberg the Bay and then follow with Day of Judgment instead of Planetarium. I think I just have to high roll. I think I'm too far behind. Because if I Iceberg Bay and Day of Judgment, they still get to keep the Synthesizer in play. I think that's just like not. I don't think it's a winning line.
Fate flows as easily as water.
Okay. So now we should plus Ugin. And then on their... at some point on their turn, I don't think I have to do it upkeep, but at some point on their turn I will activate Tome. I think we do have to find a Wrath, though. Actually, do we? I could just, like... maybe I'm supposed to do it upkeep, and then try to hit a colorless card to just kill the Repurposing Bay? No, because, I don't know. I might still just die to the tokens, right? So at that point, I probably should just wait till they do some stuff and then try to find a Wrath. Yeah, I mean, I only have 2 Wraths left, but... do you see another way out? You know what I mean? Like, what else can I really do? I guess I could hit Vestige. If I hit Vestige and then chump block 1, take 10. I also should do it before they attack because I have 2 split ups and only 1 day. I have my only Wraths left are split ups, right? So I should do it before they attack. So hold control, scry 1. You don't. No, you don't have to obey timing restrictions. You can just cast them whenever. Does it matter if I respond? I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to do it again. I don't think it actually matters. Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. There's no way, right? There's no way I'm going to get myself out of this. Oh my goodness. This would be an absurd game to win. Hold! So they can get another snare, but they can't kill both Planetarium and the Ugin. They can only kill one of them. So they can go snare, kill Ugin. But if they do that, then I could just go battleship, kill snare, get the Ugin back. Okay. They decided to kill Planetarium. So now I can go upkeep Iceberg, kill snare, and then still upkeep Planetarium into battleship. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense to me, right? I think that makes the most sense. So 1, 2, 3. So upkeep, kill one of these. Then we go tap this, activate this. Okay. I think I should battleship on their turn, right? Yeah, so do it like this. Resolve, cast the Ugin. Oh, I can't battleship on their turn. I fucked up. Oh, but okay, no. So what I could do there, okay, hear me out, ready? So what I could do, right, because they have another planetarium, I had 2 Ugin triggers. So I go kill Bay, kill the snare, and then still with this on top, keep the new planetarium, and then planetarium again, hit the battleship, kill the synthesizer. That would have been better, yeah. Well, that was what I was going to do. Dude, this deck's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Holy shit, this deck's got some lines, man. This deck has some lines to it. You know, really could be a lot better. Really could be a lot better. They kept 7. There's no way this hand's good enough. I guess if we can find an archive, maybe. No, I found this in the league dumps. This was a 5-0 list. They gave me an oops. I'll give them a sorry. You oops me, I sorry you. Sorry. Sorry. Alright, scry my ass. Yeah, see, it feels bad that we have to keep in the sweepers, but they're not very good in spots like this, obviously. What's the best case scenario? I think a best case scenario is I scry into one of my 2 icebergs. So I guess I should scry here. Yeah, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Not quite. Not quite. I mean, we can do a bunch of scrying to try and find the Hedron archive, and then we can go vestige into archive. Like, maybe that's good enough. But, oh no, they're just gonna get Starcage this turn, aren't they? I think it has to be archive. Yeah. Yeah, and that sucks too, because now they have guaranteed access to the, the Oblivion Ring next turn, so even if I do find archive, it just gets O-ringed. It's looking worse and worse. The artifact deck is just so consistent. Repurposing Bay just makes it, like, it just does the same thing every time. So much flexibility, too. I mean, I guess it's winnable. Cast Vestige next turn. Rip a land, cast Ugin, kill the Bay. Hope they don't have Perilous Snare in hand. That makes things a lot worse. Makes things a lot worse. Am I just dead this turn? I think I'm dead if they have a 2-mana artifact, right? 2-mana artifact, sack the 2, get second synth, sack the other Bay, get Fire Crystal. Is that enough? Okay. It's not a 2-mana artifact. Why do I think there's no Dimir at Worlds? I just think that Dimir is, like, maybe not in the best position against a lot of the top decks. Like, it's good, but it feels like it's kind of, it has the Jund effect, where it feels like it's just 50-50 against everything. But I think that's maybe part of it. Oh, right, yeah, this just kills me. GG's. That did seem like kind of a tough matchup. I mean, 3-1 is not bad. I'll take a 3-1 with this deck. This deck was sweet as hell.